It should be going now. As soon as I have it update. There we go. Potentially. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. It was because it was enabled for children. That's why. And if it's enabled for children, apparently there's no chat, which is fucking weird, isn't it? Wild. Wild, wild. Okay. Drinking some coffee. Now, I haven't been on YouTube for a while. I have not been here for quite some time, but I feel like it's best to, I don't know, maybe kick back up the old YouTube channel while I have some time now and again. Especially now that I'm continuing progress on these mods. So, eating my food. Hold on, sorry. So, we are kind of trying to set up for something right now. And while all the pieces might not be there, the direction is there. And I'll find pieces that I need along the way. And for now, we'll just find workarounds. It won't be a very heavy development stream, but we'll find workarounds here. Okay, so first things first. This is Nova. Nova is my pet. Nova is my friend. I have Nova staying here for now, only because Nova, in our last encounter with a tier 5 infested, she got a little hurt. And I say she, it is a she. She got a little hurt. Now she's level 37 out of 100, which is pretty good, but I think it's best for her to only go out on specific adventures. I'm gonna build a horde base so that she can help out with that as well. But for now, horde is not on my mind. What's on my mind is gunpowder. Actually, gunpowder's on my mind. We need gunpowder. And I think I found a good spot to see. I used to think this was a good spot to build a factory, but there was nitrate here. I accidentally mined it all up. I dug out here. Let's go visit. Let's go. Let's go over here and see what's going on. All right. Because I made a mistake, and it wasn't great. I'm not proud of it, but I did have it all set up. This was going to be my gunpowder factory, but now I have to move my gunpowder factory elsewhere, which might actually be beneficial. And I say that because the other spot I've picked out, well, I guess you'll see. Now, this hole was because I was looking for any evidence of gunpowder anywhere, of which I could not find. And I dug way down. I started branching out. No gunpowder here. So my immediate next thought was, well, we got to look at the map because there are spots. There's nitrate over here, but do I really want to run a pipe all the way over here just for nitrate? I could, but that's a lot of piping, right? That's about 500 meters, 300 meters or something like that of piping. Let me see. It would be, okay, about 170, 180 meters of piping. It's still more than I want to do. Oh, I didn't mean to alt tab. That's still more than I want to do. So currently, and I already kind of did all this over. I don't know why I'm so slow. Well, my armor, probably. Yeah. That is why I'm slow. I already laid out a foundation for something I was hoping, excuse me, that I was hoping would be the gunpowder factory. No such luck. Because there's no nitrate, and I'm not doing a pipe all the way over here. Instead, I found another location in the snow, not too far away. It's about 2 times or 3 times the distance that I have to go, maybe twice the distance, but it's right here. And I would more than likely do a road going down here connecting to it. I'd have to flatten all this out, or I could always put this factory up on like stilts, right? That's something else I could do. Like put it up so it's flat with this. So the road coming in will just go right beside it. We can enter it and do all the things we need to do. But I want to make it look good as well. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add another 7 Days to Die scene with game capture of specific 7 Days to Die. Okay. There we go. Now when I alt tab or get Discord messages, they won't show up. That's probably best. But currently down here, we have coal, we have iron in 2 spots, we have lead, and we have nitrate all in this little area right here. So while the piping will still need to pipe to the main factory, it's not going to need to, like, this is the optimal spot for, especially for making bullets and gunpowder and basically everything else that we're going to need to make. Basically everything else. Yeah, we'll still have to think about that. It's going to be a pretty large factory with multiple floors, that kind of thing. Let's go over and scope out the area though before we start tossing up ideas and like getting ready to. Here's the thing. I'm gonna need to set up a cobblestone block automation, which is fine, totally fine. Could do that, but it's going to be difficult getting the stones because I don't have a stone extractor set up yet in the mod. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I'm not passing it. It's right up here. Okay. Also, there's a treasure over here by it? Question mark? Okay, so basically right at this junction, this is where I'm going to do another road. Just right as, like, just make an intersection here. And bring this road, flatten all this out, obviously. Bring this road out here. Here's the nitrate. 2 blotches of nitrate. It's a bit of a dip. It is a bit of a dip here. There's the iron. It's gonna be some work. Not only that, we'll have to keep it warm because it's obviously cold here. Here's the lead. Beautiful. There's a bobcat. There you go. Not for you, sir. Not for you or you. Not for any of you. It's for me. For me. Alright. The coal... You know what? We might be able to set it up just like here. Like, oh, yeah. Because the piping, it can be on flat ground. We could just pipe all this stuff up here. It's not that far, necessarily. I think we could do that. That would actually look pretty cool. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to clear this out, flatten this out, and this will become our factory. I think I'm set on that. So what we need to do is we don't have a device to make. Uh, Actually, we might be able to have a device. I'll have to check the code again. I'll have to recheck how that's put together. But we might be able to do an automatic mixer, like not just for fluids, but for items, automatic item mixer, as a different machine, because it's basically the same logic. I'm gonna have to adjust some things to make it accept items, but the recipe, uh, the way I form the recipes, it can define either an input item or an input fluid. I need everything like that. I'm gonna have to bring Nova up here to help protect me while I'm building this. That's probably a good idea. That's why I tamed her in the first place. But we'll see. See how it goes. Oh, this coffee is so good. I haven't had it in a while. So good. Okay. So what are we gonna need, Nova? Nova, we're gonna need a automatic crafter to take in. Uh, Ooh, you know what? We might be able to just do it right here, huh? Maybe like a really simple thing. I might have to upgrade the pipes to be able to match the amount of throughput I'll need. But let's try it with tier 1 pipes first. Let's go ahead and get our equipment. Bring it in here. And we'll just set down... Where are we going to feed in the pipes for that? It'll need to be from this side, actually. Because there already is forest ground here. So we might need to do it against this back wall somewhere, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Can we do it? Could probably do it here. So like feeding the pipe, the item pipe through here, probably be our best bet, like that. And then we'll get the crafter. We'll set the crafter here. We could set the storage, like over there as well. But wait, do I have the crafter needing... Alright, crafter does not need gas. Not yet, anyway. Okay, what am I thinking here? We don't need a fluid pump for that, which is great, because we really don't have the steel for that. We really don't. I mean, we have some steel now, but... we'll have to go check our iron, area. We have an iron area set up right here. We have some machine... Oh, we don't have him actually going, do we? Oh, no. Let's go check. I might have been an idiot and... Ooh. There you go. Thank you for the rotten flesh. For the farm I know I'm gonna need to make. Okay. Good, 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 good. Now, come back over here. Yeah, this isn't going yet. Son of a bitch. We could get this all done up. Yeah, maybe we do. Just for now, we need to get iron going. And actually, iron extractor tier 3. Forged steel. So we need 10 forged steel per. We have everything else. It's just I mean, this is gonna be a lot better than it was before anyway. So I think we just go with what we have, and then afterwards we can just all right. I think we just need something like this, and then a way to link them all together. To the same chest. So we could do multiple chests, but I don't want to do that. I want it to go to a single chest, maybe like over here. But or like right here might actually be the best bet. Melter. If we had another one, man, that would be nice. But I'll just put this for here for now, and then we'll make storage box. Put that here. Let's keep that there, I suppose. I gotta move this so that you can see my hotbar. All right. And then we'll need these. This will just go to that, like that. This. You know what? Maybe. This is gonna look really ugly, but that's fine. Like that. And then like this and like that, right? Then we can turn all of these on and assign all of their crates. Now, this should be, yep, it is going and flowing. It's not the prettiest, but god damn it, it works. Yeah, so we're getting stuff. We just have to give it some time. And while we're giving it some time, I might go and find another iron spot. Looks like the closest is over here, kind of, which sucks. All right. That's right. We have a motorcycle, so go down here. Oh wait, you know what I would like to get while I'm doing this is the rock busters, so that I can get 20% additional materials. That would be nice. Do I bring Nova? Nah. Nova's just doing Nova things. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay. So we do... I'll get some of these, put those in here. I'll put these away, because I don't have many of them. So, yikes. Let's see. That... All of those can go back in... Well, no, because I need a clay extractor, right? Clay extractor. I don't need to... Do I need to build it in here? I think I do. Close that. Close that. God knows it's gonna come through those doors. La 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 la. Do I already have... Where'd all my iron go? You know what? Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, here's more iron as well. More actual scrap iron. Cool. So, got that. I need mechanical parts. I need electrical parts. Do I have an engine? Damn, I don't have an engine. Dang it. I rent so many cars too, and I don't have an engine. Yikes. Okay. We need to get an engine. specifically, well, do we? Do we though? Here's the thing. We could make this simpler. Okay. Uh, could make this simpler and just have the chest. Let me make another chest. Have the chest like. Oh wait. Oh, that's blocking because of that. Damn it. I didn't even check. This is gonna need to go as well. Alright. Chest. And then we just put this down here. And this like that. We select this. Input, output. And we just put 6,000 stone and 6,000 cobblestone. Or 6,000 rock. Rock and clay. God, I can't speak. This and that. And this should be bringing those in. Oh, I didn't start it. Start crafting. Okay, go. Alright, it is crafting. See, the problem is it won't keep up. I don't... Ooh, will it keep up? It does keep up. Okay. It looks like it just barely keeps up. And it's crafting it, man. It's going. We just have to check back at this some point. Let's just name it cobblestone. And this will automatically correct. It's still going. Everything's good. Cobblestone block. We'll need to probably switch that at some point. Or just make another crafter for that. But really don't think that's necessary right now. Building. We do have cobblestone blocks. We have cobblestone, and more cobblestone. Okay. What do we got here? This is still going. We don't have the engine right. I knew that. Nova, you're coming with me. Come on. We're going to go out. Put all this stuff back in here. Wait, do I have stuff in here? No. Okay, just making sure. I will... I'll just put everything I think I'm going to need for that in here. Put that in there. Okay. And come over here. Resources. Farming. Let's go. Oh, Nova. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. Ready to go, Nova? Let's go. Oh, I'm low on gas, too. How much gas do I have? I have enough. Refuel. Let's go. Objective is going to be an engine. I don't want to take apart any of these cars that actually give us stuff. We have to find a good area that we could very well potentially get an engine from. Oh, here's some trucks over here. A truck over here, I meant. Okay. Careful, Nova. There we go. Oh, I'm so sorry. God damn it. That's not... I know, there's something in there. You gotta calm down. Go get him. Go get him. Yep, good job. Good girl. There we go. Oh, there's more, I'm assuming? Is that gonna collapse under me? Alright, let's go. Go get him now. Go get him. There you go. Bestest dog. Hello. Anybody else? Don't look like it. Alright, go ahead and stay there, Nova. I'm gonna look up the rest of this stuff here. There's really nothing in here, is there? I mean, we could wrench some things apart, I suppose. but for the most part, kind of bland. Coffee. Ooh, that does give me, I'm gonna just get around you here, Nova, thank you. Last thing I want to do is fucking hit you with a wrench. Not be able to, I have to fix that too. Apparently, some of these things aren't working the way I intended. Like, I should be getting bond increase while I'm nearby Nova, and it should be 24 in-game hours, but I think it mistakenly, I set it to 24 IRL hours. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna check that right now though. Come on, Nova. Okay. Okay. Come on. Nope, it's not something. Okay. Alright, stay. Okay. I'll take some of that. Take some of that. Take some of that. Some of this. I'll take that. Absolutely. Ooh, yes, please. Thank you very much. Alright, come on, Nova. Some more stuff. I really should be spending time wrenching cars to get an engine. But since I'm here, man, I may as well wrench what I can get. Yard sale. Yeah, quite a sale out here. I will admit, quite the sale. I found a bargain. Okay. Ooh, I see a bus. I see a bus. Potentially more. Yep, I see a bus and more. Go on, Nova. You go get them. Have fun. Yep. Good. Alright, watch my back. Yeah, you're doing good, Nova. You're doing good. Okay, there they are. Go get them, Nova. Oh, we got a feral here. There you go. Atta girl. Oh, right. I can just switch this ammo. Did you level up at all, actually? No. Almost. You're like right there, aren't you? Alright. We'll get it before we leave. Don't worry, Nova. You got somebody else? Yeah, you do. There you go. Now you're gonna level up, aren't you? Come here. There we go. You know what? I haven't put a point into health in a while. I'll upgrade your health. There you go, girl. Can you get down from there? Well, not in my way. Come on. Get out. Come on. Alright, stay. I gotta wrench this place apart, and I would hate to accidentally hit you. God knows your bond is already abysmal. You know what? You know what I should add? I should add the ability to increase their bond just by feeding them the taming food. Like, not having health right now. Or, food, rather. Add some health, taking care of your pet, you increase bond. They'll have a delay, but otherwise. Also, I have to check the delay on proximity bond increase. Come on, Nova. There you go. There we are. No, behind you, Nova. Nova, you ignored the guy you were fighting before. Nova, turn around. Yeah, I know he's closer to me, but you have people attack. Okay. There you go. I got your back, don't worry. I got your back, don't worry. Anybody else in here? Oh, hell yeah. There you go. Had a girl. Go on in there. Is it because of this? Oh, she's right on the corner, that's why. Gotcha. Whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Ow. Nova's got it, though. Nova's got it, though. Alright. It's kind of a tight space, girl, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you out here. Okay. I'm gonna have you out here. Stay there. I'm gonna have to add a check for that. Make sure it's not putting you in the floor. Cement. I'll take it. Just because we don't have a machine for that yet. And it is kind of still importante for the concrete. Sure, give me paper. Whatever. Oh, I do have an engine now! Oh, hell yeah! Okay, cool. Go back, get that iron, and we will make the stuff. You know, I have lockpicks, but I'm not going to use them because this is just quicker, you know? There we go. You know what, I'll take, get rid of that. Probably some stuff in here I don't need. I can just read these, not interested in selling them. Scrap that. 1 corn, bleh. Some feathers, bleh. Some lead, bleh. And, yeah, let's go. Dump this all in my, come on. Dump this all in the motorcycle here. Actually, no, I won't, because that's specifically stuff that I'm going to be using for the factory, so may as well keep it in there. Okay. Come on over here. Let's go back home. We'll make the clay extractor, and then we will... no, actually, we don't want to make... We figured out we don't want to make the clay extractor. Yeah, we'll just put clay in the chest and let the crafter do its thing. As we do. What is... Okay, come on, Noah. Come on now. Come on, girl. Get on here. You'll stay right there. How's it doing, by the way? Could be better, I guess. But it's steady. Definitely steady. Which is good. Now, I could add another crafter. I could add another crafter on the side of that, like off another side, and have it going twice as quick, but like, when I have this set up, well, actually, the good thing about this is it is always going, but this is the exact reason why you want it to be, you want several of these, right? You want an assembly line of things making things, not necessarily one or dose. In our case, just one. But we're just having it so that it passively makes the stuff for us anyway, which is good. Let's go meds. Put some of this away here. Here, vehicle. I thought I had meds in. I thought I had bandages in there, but apparently I did not. There. Armor. We'll do that. We'll do vehicle. Put that in there. What's up? Did you create the mods you're using? I did create the mods I'm using. I created the companions mod here that allows you to tame things and evolve things and stuff. And I created the... they're both unreleased at this point. This is me playtesting them. But yeah, the mod that I keep talking about for the factories is... And for the crafter over here as well. Yep. Indeedly do. And our goal right now, we need to set up we're using a Magnum right now, and we're kind of low on Magnum round. Like, we got some Magnum, none in here at all. But we're agility build. So my goal is to automatically make Magnum rounds. To do that, I need to set up over here where we have coal, we have nitrate for gunpowder, we have lead for bullet tips. The only thing we don't have, nice, at work, but I'll try to catch as much as I can. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad that you're here and hanging out with me. This section right here, that's where we're going to build the initial factory. It might not be a crazy amount of space for expansion, but hey, it's a start. And anytime I come through here or need bullets, I just come back here and pick up some bullets, providing they're actually done. I'll need brass. I'll need to scrap brass specifically. So taking these radiators and putting it in the forge and then getting just the brass out of it, that's probably the best way to get scrap brass, other than like scrapping down the radiators is probably the best way. That's still going decently well. This isn't crazy fast. Okay. Oh, right. Let's go ahead and try to let's get an item elbows tier 2. Forged iron, mechanical pipes, or mechanical parts and electrical. So that's actually not that bad. Eventually I'll set it up so you can just upgrade them in place. But currently that is not how that's working. And let me grab the pipes in here. Bring them back. Alright. And we'll make one set of tier 2 elbows. Just for the faster speed, basically. Not that that's going to speed up the crafter at all, but it'll keep it more full, for sure. And it'll allow it to go back and forth quicker, and all kinds of fun things. So, let's go ahead and do this smart. Let's copy rotation. Set it down like that. Copy rotation. And then set this down like this. This should still be going. I don't know why input container stopped being selected, but YOLO. Is this going quicker? kind of. Yeah. It's not dropping necessarily down to 2. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, wow. Actually, we had a huge boost just now in the amount of cobblestone we had in here. Okay. Be okay. I think I'm starting to see that. Okay. I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. So because okay. Let's see if it's fixed with what a tier 3. Can we do tier 3 pipe? Tier 3 elbow. I need to use some forged steel, but I think it will be able to do its thing. Let's see. Okay. Output container should have reset by now. Oh, I know why that's doing that. That is because the output container is still using proximity, which is not what we want. We actually want to remove that. And I will make a note of that in my notes section. We'll just say remove output container proximity chest registry. Cool. That's done. Anything else I am forgetting? Well, are these done yet? Kinda. We can assign more brass there. Now, it does kind of suck, I will admit. It kind of sucks that we have to... It kind of sucks that we have to make the scrap brass this way. I'll fix that so that the melter can just... It'll just probably pick up on whatever the input item's melting thing is, and it will sort by that. That's going to be a little bit of effort, but probably worth it. Instead of like putting down every single thing that you want to melt down, and it's just a pain in the ass. Shouldn't have to specify. It's interesting to hear your dev thoughts. I'm trying to create a small... Ooh, trying to create a game. Hell yeah. Well, you are at work. I remember you saying that. If you have time, I would love to hear about it, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Thinking for a moment. That's almost done. That's gonna take a while to go through. You know what? Ooh, you know what I might do instead of trying to like, retrofit the melter to analyze its scrapping and forge like instead of all that stuff, I'm already planning on making a crusher. I can just pass the radiators through a crusher, and it'll just do its thing that way. Yeah, I think that might be the best bet, to be honest with you. Now, it's a Slay the Spire inspired card game. Huh. Playing as cryptids. I will admit, I have not played a lot of Slay the Spire. I actually have not played any Slay the Spire. I don't know why I said a lot. I've played 0 Slay the Spire. I've heard of it. I know it is a card-based game, and maybe that's why I never got into it. I don't know. I never gave it a fair shot, to be honest with you. So let's actually keep this going. This in here. There we go. Yeah, I never gave it a fair shot, but a lot of people seem to like it, so maybe I should, you know? Maybe I should give it a shot. Okay. We have our tier 3s here. Nope. Here. Okay. And it's going, oh, 5 immediately, by the way. Oh yeah, that's way quicker. Right? I mean, it's keeping it filled, but it does seem to be dropping a bit. I think I need to fine tune. I know I need to fine tune the way item pipes work and the way fluid pipes work. But to be fair, they are more so. Oh, also, to be completely fair with you, I'm slowing myself down here. So what I mean by that is, let's get this out of the way. This is not in a very good position. Luckily, you get those back when you break them. Until I set up an option to be able to pick them up. But what I mean by I'm slowing myself down is I really want to, first of all, plug up this hole. That would be nice. Okay. What I really want to do, we can probably do it over here. This is probably the best. I want to have the crafter. Okay. And the crafter, how do I want to set this up? Yeah, we can set it up like this. So the reason why it seems slower than it should be is more. Yeah, this is the way I want it. But let's get a table so it actually looks like it's supported. A table. We'll do this one. Prep table. Sure. Okay. So, reason why is because the items have to share. We'll just do cobble in, cobble out. Okay, so cobble in is going to take these. Cobble out. So input container, cobble in, output container, cobble out, cobblestone, start crafting. So the reason why it's so slow and it seems so slow is because the input and output had to share the same pipe as well. So that makes it so that cobblestone, the machine is trying to output cobblestone. It can't output and input at the same time. So whereas before it was sharing one pipe to one container, now it flows in and can flow right out into the cobblestone output, which it's not doing. Oh, cobble out is where I want it. That's see, I just made the same mistake again. There we go. There we go. And it should never ever drop to 0. Ever. As a matter of fact, what I do plan on doing is adding other blocks. Like this block right here could be a capacity upgrade for this. So what that means is if an upgrade type block is anywhere around the crafter, it will increase either its input buffer, its speed, its output, like etc. Right? We can upgrade this in any way we want to. Now the machine has its base speed. You can see it's just crafting it as it does. But obviously we can speed that up. We can do a whole bunch of stuff to this. But for now, it's never going to run out. It's looking good. And yeah, that's basically it. That's pretty damn sweet. I appreciate you saying so. I think it's pretty damn sweet too. Wait until we actually build out. Like this setup right here is nothing. Wait until we get melters, fluid mixers. Wait until we get a casting machine. Well, we have a casting machine, actually. We have a melter as well. I don't think we've made the fluid mixer yet. Let's see what we have. Yeah, we have the fluid mixer and the melter. Did we not make the caster? Ooh, we might have not made the caster. Yikes. So yeah, deviating from what I was saying before, it's important to realize that you have to set this up wisely so that items don't have to share the same pipe, because then it's going to clog, right? It's gonna hinder your ability to produce things. Okay, with that out of the way, we need to solve this steel issue. Now, I have a good way to solve the iron issue, but we need a universal caster. Okay. Ooh. Okay, can we do it? We can do it. We can do it. Let's get one of these. Let's get some of those. Okay, guys. We can actually do it. Yeah, they're going to have their own custom assets in the future. This is a very, very early development build that's just proving functionality. I do have somebody that volunteered to make custom assets for me, and they're looking really, really good. And I actually have one for pipes. I do not have them in right now, but I really should put them in, shouldn't I? Because I want to. They look really sweet too. They got like symbols on them and all kinds of stuff. It's great. But yeah, there will be custom assets for all these machines. Like the Universal Crafter is going to be like a CNC machine. It's going to be bigger than a 1x1 too. What was I doing? Universal Caster. That's what I need to do. Caster, make it. So this is going to allow us to automatically. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. Hold on, you're gonna love this. I promise. As soon as this is done, we're gonna set this up. We might need more pipes, and by might, we're definitely gonna need more pipes, because we need to pipe the iron into the factory, which is gonna be here again. We'll flatten these out. We're gonna need to do some construction for sure. This is all gonna need to be solid ground. Doesn't need to. I want it to look like a factory. What is the point of making a factory with machines if it doesn't look like a goddamn factory? So we're gonna level this out. We're gonna clear it. I'm gonna treat these two POIs as like expansions in the future, if we need them, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna need them. I don't think this is enough space, but I digress. Let's get back on track because this is done now. We'll put this, let's get the oil in there. Oh, by the way, we could absolutely set up a recipe with our existing machinery for oil, just using scrap polymers and the liquid oil. And I might set that up and relog it at some point just so we can have oil. I just dropped a link in my Discord. More people to. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's actually very kind of you. Oh wait, I wanted to bring Nova with me as well. I'm tired of leaving Nova at the base. I feel like a bad owner at that point. You know, come on Nova, let's go. And you can call your tame with Q. Your tame comes over. Come on. Did I level you up at all? No. Yeah, you're good. Do I need... I don't need the auger for this. Yeah. All right. We're just going to go over there and flatten it out and kind of get a gauge for how big of an area we're going to need to fill in afterwards. Basically. Right? Yeah. I want a good... If it's a factory... Number one, it's got to look good. Number two, it's got to be functional. Number three, it's got to be concrete, right? If it's a factory, I mean, come on. Do you know any factories that are made out of cobblestone anymore? I don't. Yeah, there's a few more machines I need to add. And this mod actually goes much more in depth than what you might think. Um, so the whole idea behind this mod was I wanted to be able to make an automation mod, right? Which obviously we've done. But I wanted to make sure that like my house is, or if I'm at my house over here and my factory's over here, this factory has to keep running all the time, right? Because the way 7 Days to Die works is, I'm actually gonna let you roam around. That's fine. The way 7 Days to Die works is my workbenches over here are unloaded. They're doing nothing, right? They don't even exist right now. However, when I go back, it does like a time simulation on the stuff that I've been doing. That is not the way it works in 7 Days to Automate. HLR logs, not Devo logs. As you can see, there are 4 machines being snapshotted right now. There's extractors, and there's the crafter, and they only run when they need to. Let me turn those off. Having devlogs on can contribute to some lag. However, without devlogs on, did I just hit you? No, okay, good. Without devlogs on, I've done a stress test. You can support about 50,000 machines running on what I call the HLR, or the higher logic registry. Without getting too technical, it allows any machine in the world to keep running or be simulated as running even when they're unloaded, so that if you have a network set up, a network is basically just something where my factory's here, I can access the contents of my factory from my base without having to run pipes there, right? That's not set up yet. Oh, shit. You gotta not do that, Nova, because I'm gonna hit you one of these times. And your bond is already -8. By the way, if the animal's bond reaches -100, they instantly untame and start attacking you, so you don't want that to happen. But yeah, network's not set up yet. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there eventually. God damn it. Did I not bring the building blocks? Does that target the specific machines, or does it? See, no. That's a very good question. Very intellectual. I knew I liked you. It's a very intellectual question. It does not keep the chunks loaded. What it does, when the block, because the chunk will unload, but then all the tile entities in that chunk will go through an unload process. During that process, I said the machine itself says, "Hey, by the way, HLR, this higher logic registry that handles simulation, I'm unloading now. I need you to simulate what I'm doing." The HLR is like, "Okay, I need all your information." It gets the information and it says, "Okay, I got you." And it simulates it with those parameters the machine had while the machine's unloaded. Now, the HLR interacts with another system for piping, because piping connects machines to storage, right? The piping's part of another system, not connected to the chunk as well. So that allows the HLR to interact with the pipe system to say, okay, that output chest and that input chest, I need to know what items are in there, or I need to deposit the output into the chest too. So the chunk does not need to be alive, and it can remain extremely performant because the chunk's not alive. All that is math and logic. And math for programming is extremely cheap, right? It's like a calculator. Just tick up when it needs to tick up. You'll see here the crafter won't always be ticking up, right? So crafter simulate. Some extractors are off right now. Extractor skip off. Extractor begin. It's going. 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there should be 4, but the crafter is not showing up right now. For some reason, that is actually very odd. Oh, no. No, it did. Here it goes. Yep. There it goes. So it is simulating it. There's extractor off. So it takes, let me turn those off again. It takes all of the, oh, I was looking for blocks. See, this is what happens when you ask me questions, because then I have to stop and not that I mind. I don't mind at all, but I do this thing where if I'm explaining something and like trying to think of a way to explain it, I'll get up out of my chair and pace around my room. I don't know why. It just helps me think that way and explain things. I'm not able to do that right now, so my mind is like, I have to focus on this specific question and not actually playing the game and entertaining people. So, yeah. I need the building blocks. I could build more, but I'm kind of cheap, right? That's why I'm building an automation mod. I'm kind of cheap like that. I'll go back and get the ones I have. Basically. I was drinking coffee. Which, I am very happy to have coffee again. I went the last few days without it because the store down the street, well, my entire town lost power like a week and a half ago due to some like huge windstorm. But the store that I usually shop at, all of its freezer section basically just went out, and they had to get more stock in, but they wouldn't restock them. They wouldn't send them like an emergency stock. So, oh my god, I had the blocks on me the entire time. They were just dressed as tables. Alright, let's go do this. I think we have everything set up to do... No, we don't have everything set. We don't have everything we need to do iron. Because iron requires molten clay, which I suppose we could put a chest down for that for now and just load it with clay, which we don't have. But that's not the point of where we're going right now. Why we're going right now is to clear the area and get an idea. One objective at a time, Shavik. Clear the area and get a judge for how much resources we're going to need to allocate in order to build this factory. That's number one. And then we'll focus on machines, and I'm going to have to assign a recipe or a few recipes so that we can do oil through the fluid decanter, and then actually no, oil through the melter into fluid oil, into liquid oil, and then put that through the fluid infuser in order to make oil bottles. That's what we really want. That's going to be a way better process than trying to make them in the you can stay. Trying to make them in the chem bench. Okay, so this entire area is going to have to be open. We're going to have to fill in that over there, potentially. I mean, I would like to have a little spot we can just pull in here. So that, because usually factories have parking lots, right? And we're going to need to park our motorcycle over here. I'm going to pull it into the factory, like a simpleton. Alright, come here, Nova. Alright. Stay right there. Alright. I'll keep the power pole there. That's fine. Is that something I can... Nope. Nope. Alright. Start clearing it out. We'll do trees first. We'll do grass after that. And then we'll level out the entire ground after that. Do all of these. All of these. There you go. Bird nest. Why not? Pick all that up. There's another stone over here. And then do that. I mean, this is a lot of space. To be fair. But my goal is for the player to feel like they need to expand. Right? So this is going to actually tell me a lot about how I need to fine-tune it. And more than likely, it's going to tell me that I need to reduce the amount the machines are actually making. Not a table. Let's go back here. Let's do a cube. That's fine. Okay. Okay. Same speed. I have coffee on me? I don't. Damn it. I come out here woefully unprepared. I'm gonna still do the machete because it does keep me warm. I don't think it uses any more stamina than the fists do. I think actually fists might use more, to be honest with you. Okay. I thought that was a bear. Huh. I'm gonna follow these fence lines for like guidance here. Yeah, I think these are both lined up. It's actually a pretty good spot, man. I'm glad I didn't go with the other spot there. I'm kind of glad I didn't. My only problem with having Nova follow me is the fact that I might hit her by mistake. I don't want to do that. Doing good, Nova. Keep it up. I'm gonna implement like a guard mode for Nova too. Like when you set her in guard mode, she will walk around a specific spot, and she will like patrol basically the spot. It might not be very far, but at least if anything comes near her, she'll start attacking it and then return back to the spot, right? That's on my to-do list. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions, or even complaints, like, hey, I don't necessarily like that, I can always throw in some kind of alteration. I'm not going to change the entire mod, but I might throw in something like, okay, if you don't like it this way, there's another way you could do it, kind of thing, you know? As long as you give me an example of a way you would prefer to do it, and it's not too overpowered or break the entire mod, you know? I will be more than happy to oblige. I will oblige you so hard. that should be good enough for now. I might take this back a little bit. These spots, nitrate spot stuff, I'm going to be doing those underground. I'm going to do a whole tunnel, and I'm going to make sure that every single item can flow through that tunnel. And we will do it that way. I might also have to... Carla, come on, Nova. There's a crawler right here. Right in front of your face. Right there. I know, you're not going to attack anything. I know. Alright. Let's start kind of figuring out. That side looks like it's fine. I guess I'll just do it like this. It's probably faster. I'll do one hill at a time. Probably better. Yeah, this is a little bit raised. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know why I'm doing this. Because I'm going to be digging this up anyway. I should be focused more on filling this in than anything else. And I've decided just now that that light pole has to go. Can't keep it. It's dead in the center of where the factory is going to be. Okay. All right. There we have it. Then we can destroy that. Then that'll crumble. Okay. Nova. All right. So, we are digging this down, and actually I might even start digging it down now. Do we want room on the left and right here? Probably not, right? Only because these are going to be expansion points. You know what? Actually, do we want like a little bit of space or no? So here's right next. This is one block. Do we want like that and start digging from here maybe? I'm thinking probably, right? I do have an auger back at the base, but it creates a lot of noise and not great. Not great. I think I'd do the spacing. It's going to give us a little less space inside the factory. But this section is probably only going to be for one or two things, depending. Okay. Go over here, right? You can go like here, probably. Excuse me? Sir? gotta be like one of those tiny fucking... There we go. It's just an artifacting. God damn it. Okay. What can I... See? I don't have the stuff to fix that, which is fine, I guess. That should be good. And over here. We'll flatten to the left as well, just to get an even footing. I am getting clay out of here, so that's great. One down is clay. And then back to snow here. And we're gonna say 1, 2, 3 again. Just put that here. And then start this way. Hey, at least you know I can make yucca juice smoothie after this. I cannot wait until this all comes up and running and I have a bullet factory because it'd be so good. Coffee. I might go grab the auger and see if this is quicker with the auger, because oh my god, this is kind of tedious. But think of how good it's going to look at the end. You know what I mean? Think of how good it's going to look at the end. And we'll use very, very shallow pitch for the roof. Maybe even flat. I don't know. Okay, so that's there. Probably fine. Then take it back over here. Okay. Nice. So that's all the way around. Let me go grab the auger just to see. Come on, Nova. I might actually leave you back at the base, to be honest. I might do it. Dude, this factory. Bullet factory. 100% bullet factory. There's iron here too, so we might have like an addition for iron specifically. But for the bullet factory, we're going to need to make molten lead. We're going to make molten clay. Again, like I said, we're going to attempt to balance it so that it's not crazy. Like, we don't want one factory or one set of machines to set the player up forever. It will be a passive generation, but it's not going to be like, it shouldn't be crazy. It shouldn't be hundreds or thousands a day. You know, that's kind of ridiculous. But we can fine tune it for sure. Yeah, we'll need a gunpowder section, we'll need a bullet tip section, and a bullet casing section. I'm just trying to plan all this out in my mind. Alright, come on over. Come on. Stay. Okay. I came back here for the auger, right? Let's get the auger then. Auger. We'll put the shovel in here. We will modify shovel for that. We will modify for this. That's basically all we need there for that. Let me put this over here so it's out of my screen altogether. There. All right. I'll try to keep track of it best I can. All right. Nova, you can stay there. Let's go back to the other area here. You know, it'd be cool if we set up lights, like those construction lights around, so that, like, just until we get everything set up. That would be kind of interesting. We need to light the factory anyway, but we'll figure that out afterwards, maybe, kind of. I'm not sure. We also need to make more piping. We need a lot of piping. Okay. See, I left the I mean, I'm moving, so my FPS is fluctuating a bit as I'm loading things in. But the machines are running back at my base and they're doing fine. Actually, when I get back, I'm not going to turn around now. That'd be ridiculous. When I get back, I have to check on those iron extractors to see if they're still going because it says they're not. It says they're off. And I need to figure out why. I passed it? No, it's right here. I don't recognize it. Okay, here we are. Let's see. This is kind of faster, yeah. I would say this is a little faster. Surprised that that's only 2 shots. Okay. And then we're gonna need a lot of cobblestone. We might have to increase the amount that our crafter is doing. It's not good. Okay. Over here, it seems like that's where all that action is at. Okay. Then we'll just do these. Okay. Okay. What about this? Yeah, it goes to like here, here, here. You can kind of see it. Alright. I'm gonna have so much snow. Oh my god. I hope I come out with enough clay to fill that other area, because I don't want to have to go all the way back to my base to do it. I mean, I will have enough clay and stone by the end of this to make all the cobblestone I need to do the floor, because remember... Oh, excuse me? Excuse me? Oh, yeah, okay. It's just the artifacting again, I bet. Yep. Good to know. I love that. Go. And then all we need to do now is the bottom. Whew. All right. I'm so like hyper focused because I just want to get this done, because this is going to be the most tedious part of this entire process. But this is definitely where I want to build it. That's why I haven't touched the nodes yet, because I want to make sure I have good... Oh yeah, that's right. Good placement on the nodes. So that... We're going to call in a screamer here soon. I know we are. I want to make sure we have good placement on the nodes, so we can put all of our pipes underground and not have to worry about it. I just want to get this done. I just want to get this done. But it's all part of the process, you know what I mean? All part of the process. Yes, sir. thought you'd be a little bit worse than that, but apparently not. Okay. Nice. Very nice. And then it's just a little bit of this left to go, and I think we're good to start laying foundation. Can I get some dirt? How much dirt? 22 dirt. It's more than nothing. There we go. Here's some clay. You know what? I think let's repair that. Let's modify. I think I can put this on here. I can. Is it more block damage? 44, 42. Not much. Actually. Maybe it's enough to, nope. Man, this is the point where if I was doing this for like a YouTube video or something, all of this shit would be cut out. Or maybe like time lapse through, because holy. through the night. Oh, my factory. Gonna be worth it because I'm gonna make a lot of bullets, I guess. Actually, let's get this here. Let's get that over here. Can we one-shot this? We can. Okay, maybe easier to do it this way. And it keeps us warm, so. Fuck it. Only gonna do this for the clay. I'll use the auger for the snow because it's faster. What is that? Oh, nothing. Yep, time to recline back, sip some Joe. We are with every block that we dig, we make progress towards our goal of a bullet factory. Just keep that in mind. Every single spot we remove eventually is a spot that our foundation will go. Yes, sir. And that makes me happy. You know? Digging this hole does not make me happy. The knowledge makes me happy. What this will turn into makes me happy. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and fill in with this dirt, this little area here that we mistakenly did. Let's pick up these. Okay. And then we will do more dirt. Oh, yeah, that's plenty of dirt. We only really need, like, how much can we do? 300? Let's do 100. And that's going to be enough to fill in that other area, I bet. Mm-hmm. Okay. I know. You're cold. I get it. Suck it up. I guess this wouldn't be a factory, would it? Right now it's going to start as like a workshop. I think that'd be more fitting. It's a workshop, you produce things in a workshop. It's just not as big as a factory, you know? Daytime. Now that I'm not cold, it means I can keep this running and not worry about wasting gas on a missed spot. Oh, yeah. Get rid of this, fill it in, and we've got ourselves a foundation for success, future success. I don't know what we're gonna call this workshop slash future factory slash thing, but I'm open to suggestions for sure. Whilst I think of a name. Don't know. I have some ideas, but I don't know. There we go. Let's start filling. What is wrong with that one? Wait. What's wrong with this spot? What about, wait, no. You know what? We're going to bury it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're going to bury it. It does not want to cooperate. That's fine. Yep, that's fine. Might be something like water is there or some stupid thing. I'm not sure. But we're going to lay a foundation right on top of this, and it's going to be great. Yeah, that's so weird. Okay. Let's go check on, now that we're done with this clearing project, I want to go check on our iron extractors, because it was telling me that they were not running when they should be running. So let's go see. I know what I'm going to call this project. Project Disappointment. That's what I'm going to call it. We might set that up for something in the future. We're going to have to use that space for something. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. Maybe like a server room or something like that. When we get networks in. Something is going to have to go there. I hate this road so much. Why? Why? Like, I get it. There was a car there at one point, but, like, are you serious? It's not cool. Alright, extractors, are you... You are extracting, right? Are you all off or on? It's off. Why? Turn on. Turn on. Turn on. They were on. Um... What I'm gonna do... Let me exit to the main menu. I'm just gonna suppose I will share modding. We're gonna, oh wait, I didn't actually want my project there. Okay, we're gonna check. We're going to check iron extractor T2. Need fuel to run false. I'm actually not going to write all that out. I'm just going to take devlogs and set it to true so that we can try to figure out why this is the case. I'm also going to turn on type. Can I? Okay, it was that one. Yeah, we're going to need to figure out why this is happening for sure. Okay, so we are getting player logs already. Shut these down for the moment. Let's go look at player logs. Getting. Okay, so create job pending. Has a lot of pending. There's actually a lot of pending going on. These are tier 1s, so that shouldn't necessarily affect, because they're all on different graphs. Okay, let me see here. I need to put down a supporting block for this so it doesn't fall after I take these off. We're probably going to need to upgrade these. It's not very quick. A lot of pending materials still in there. All right. Let's go ahead and go upgrade these real quick. Elbows and straights. We don't need any of the other ones. We need to make more. Need to make. Where's the. Oh, I have it on me. Okay. All right. We can make a lot. So let's just make 10. This is 8, 12. I will just make 10 of those too. And then 10 of these as well. Okay. Actually, these would be 15, wouldn't they? So, yep, 15. 15. Great. And then we're going to upgrade a lot of those into the next tier. And we'll see if that helps. Definitely should help. I don't know why I said it like that. Definitely help, but I'm going to get rid of most of these. How's the cobble? Ooh, our cobblestone is going great. It is going great. Hell yeah. Okay, so these are crafting, and then for item pipe tier 2, we'll need mechanical parts, electrical parts, and forged iron on top of the item pipe tier 1. Okay, we actually don't need those, so we'll keep that, and it'll save us about 15 of those. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out item pipe tier. Oh, wait. Snapshots 0. Interesting. When we unloaded those, did we unload those? Because they're not going right now. Pipe block. Machine. Yeah, the blocking is to be expected. But extractor. It's saying that these are not. Okay, I'm assuming they're just not unloaded, but they're not running right now. Also. So, why is that? No snapshots. But these aren't running. Alright, it should be loaded now. No. Well, no. Interesting. I'm assuming they're turned off. That's what I'm assuming. Oh, yeah, of course they're not running. I fucking dumbass. I took the fucking pipes off. Of course they're shut off. Like, of course. Of course they are. Goddamn idiot. Oh, man. Sorry. Of course they are. Alright, so... yeah, we have some upgrades for those now. Tier 3? Probably don't need a tier 3. Let's go. Now, I didn't pipe tier 1. Oh, we didn't upgrade them. Ah! We never upgraded them. Idiot. That was like the whole point, was to upgrade them. Alright, let's put some of this stuff away. Don't need those. Don't need... that. Don't need the cloth, or the egg, or even really the clay right now we don't need. Don't need the feather, don't need that. I guess we could just scrap that. And then we can put the steel away. Keep the iron, keep that, keep that. We'll put those in there, that's probably fine. And then... is this done? Almost done. Okay. And then we'll upgrade them to tier 2s. And then we'll try the tier 2s over there and see if that input buffer is accurately drained. It should be. Pipe elbow tier 2, pipe speed, pipe latency, pipe throughput is 9, which is above. Pipe elbow. Yeah, throughput 5. So this is better. throughput of 9, and then the other one is throughput of 30. That's a bit of a... Yeah, this should be 5, maybe to 15 to 30. Pipe speed 10, pipe latency. So that's really quick. 3 and 3. Let's try that. Actually, let's go 10 and 10. 10, 10. This can be... 10, 10, 30, 10, 10, 30, 10, 10, 30. This can be 5, 5, and 15. 5, 5. Okay, go ahead and save that. And these are 1, 1, and 5. And then, yeah, that's a little bit better. I like that better. Let's take that. Let's go ahead and exit, reload to refresh those. Okay. Oh, right. Wait, they were disabled? Hmm. You okay, Nova? Yeah, you're okay. Okay. Pipe. Item pipe tier 2. Hold on. One of those, one of those. Let's do that. Actually, 2 of those. Let's do 2 of those, 3 of those. Okay, cool. And then these we can put back over here. Like that. Okay. And then we need to set up something for iron. Definitely, but I think this is going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay with this. This should at least get us a boost in... Item pipe tier 3 needs steel. Right, I forgot about that. So we're not going to be able to allocate to tier 3 pipes, but tier 2 pipes should still be a significant improvement over tier 1. Right. So up, 1 goes. So 3 and 3 is all I'm going to really need, but it's all right. We'll let those go. Come back over here. And we will keep an eye on the extractor, it unloading into the HLR, see if there's any issues and any shut-off reasons. Okay, put these down here. I'll put this one fans like that. This one up like that and like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. So that all of these should now be on and running. Oh, I forgot. Like that. And this should automatically turn on. Yep. Boom. It connected. And now let's follow the logs and see what it's telling us. So it's telling us pending create job, create a job for all of them, create a job. Is there any pipe blocked? Pending 378 resource rock small, 80 resource rock small. That's a lot, but it might go down just through time, right? So resource rock small, 380. Yep, 61, 61, 50. It's going down, baby. It's going down. Yep. Awesome. So it did stabilize. Look at that. It did stabilize eventually with just upgrading the pipes, which is great. That is exactly what we wanted. And it seems to be going exactly as it should be. Mm-hmm. Nice. And there's no more large pending stones. No more large pending anything. It just grabs them and moves them. Very nice, baby. Very nice. So now these are going full bore, and we don't need to worry about them anymore. Now, when I drive away, we should see that it is unloading them and sending them to the HLR to simulate. Right? Let's see. HLR tick. All right. So this tells us it's already sent extractor. No HLRs yet. HLR update tick snapshot 0. HLR update tick snapshot 0. Okay, here we go. Register machine. Success. Active snapshots. Right? Update ticks. Snapshots. Extractor. Simulate begin. Produce. One resource. Small stone. Simulate. Okay. Pipe counts are good. Pipe graphs are good. The counts. Yep, here's the counts for the chest. 1,721 and 640. Right? Resource scrap iron. Wait, why is it going down? Why did it drop here? And then it went up to 24, then 31. And then now it's at 24 again. And at 40 and 46. That's interesting. Oh, you know what it might be? Yeah, this is simulating branch 3 out of 4. So when it hits 1 out of 4 again, yeah, and then 4 out of 4, there's no snapshots. It's batching. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I did forget that it batches. So what that means is, okay, so before, when the HLR would simulate things, it would simulate all of them with a for each loop and just all of them in one shot. What it's doing now, the way I have it set up now, is it takes all the machines, divides it by 4, and then it simulates each chunk. So it splits the workload into quarters. This makes it so we can have 4 times the amount of machines simulated by the HLR at a given moment. So come back over here, batch complete, simulated 1 snapshot and no snapshots. Okay. And we're back. We are back to it handed off. Batch complete. All right, simulate begin. Batch complete. Yep, it is loading all of the tile entities. Yep, it is doing all of the things it needs to do. Pipe, wait. HLR. Okay, this is where unregisters it. Try unregister machine. Active snapshots 2. Comes down and it says active snapshots 1, active snapshots 0. Now, here it is. Now it's pending again. Now it's going back to creating the job again. And everybody is happy. Now if I come back here, which I'm going this way to get that airdrop anyway, so let's go back over here. It should be solid. Yep, we do have some stuff in here. Everything is still attached. And more importantly, everything is still running. The pipe transport manager is transporting all the stuff to the chest. We're good to go. Awesome. What we do need to look at, and why I'm going to keep this running, is when it shuts off, because it has shut off in the past. I just don't know why. Maybe it's when I log out, when that's unloaded, that it messes up. Let's try that. Let's go back up here. HLR should be simulating. Yep, let's go off the bike. Let's exit. Go back in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sorry, just took a bite out of my burger. Okay. Let's check it out. Batch 4, active snapshots 3. Oh, because I'm not far enough away from my base to have the other one being snapshotted. I bet. Yep, snapshots 4, now it has a crafter. Doing the crafter, doing the extractors. Okay. It looks like that's doing its job. Oh, no, it's not. Check it out. Extractor off. The extractors are off now. So, something is wrong with the HLR saving the extractor on-off state, or maybe it's not the on-off state. It might be. Actually, before we do anything, we should come back in here. So where we load back in here, I'm gonna come down, load objects, husbandry entity info, all that stuff looks good. This is all on load. I'm not sure why it's trying to unregister, but we're not in yet, so they tick. Where's player loaded into world? Yep, right here. Respawn almost done. Loaded in. No snapshots. There are no snapshots for the HLR until I go back. Yeah, it's an HLR loading issue. Until I go back to bring back in the tile entities and let the machine do its thing, and then I leave again. Snapshots 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It's pending. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. I was like, all this stuff looks fine. No, it's not. All right. Yeah. Okay. So create world fired. Calling load. It does call the load. Loading. Okay. All right. It has 3 extractors on the snapshot. Kind extractor. Snapshot count 3. Load. Machine ID. Load snapshot for machine ID. Is on is true. The pipe graph and output positions are fine. So my next question is, Missing output graph storage endpoint, shutting down extractor. Miss graph position. So it's not a issue with the extractors saving, because obviously we come up here, HLRs, extractor, it is loading them. Loading is on true for all three of them, which is beautiful. The issue is that when it does try to do stuff, update tick, simulate batch 1 out of 4, HLR extractor simulate, pipe IO counts, miss graph, position. So any day now, any day would be great. That's what I'm looking for. Yep, come on. I don't want to improve resharper. Go away. Come on. Let's get it on with. Thank you. So, high logic registry, what it tries to do is try get storage item counts. Okay. New dictionary, item counts, new dictionary, pipe ID, GUID empty, return false. So we need to say, no, not that. We need to say, okay, log.out or log.error. And we'll say something like error loading pipe graph, and then we'll say world equals, and then we'll say world. Nope, sorry. World equals world. We'll say pipe graph ID equal, oh, damn it, I can't type today, equals pipe graph, nope, pipe graph ID. And then we'll also say storage position equals storage position. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Okay, and then we will, oh my God, false. I cannot type. Okay, grasp ID. And then here we'll say actually, oh, error loading pipe graph, pipe not found. Yeah, that looks great. Thank you very much. If contains storage endpoint, add storage endpoint for storage position, because storage position is found. Okay, and then graph contains, yep, that looks good. Return false. We don't want that. Pipe graph. Storage TE items null, storage position. Yep, that looks good. And then return true. But I need to make sure all the spots we return false we're logging. So pipe graph, storage position, get tile entity for the storage position. Storage is, yep, okay, that looks good. Error loading pipe graph. Well, we don't want the same thing. Storage TE or storage TE not found. Yeah, that's a different log. Good. if it contains the storage endpoint. Oh, you're not gonna do it for me today? Okay, fine. Log dot error. Okay, see, now you did. That's great. And return false. Awesome. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm fine doing it either way. Return true, return false, pipe graph store position, not an endpoint in graph. Okay. Return false, return false, return false. All these are logged. Return false, return false. All those are logged. Good. And else, well, here's, yeah. That's the log we're getting. That's the log we're getting. The miss and the return okay. Okay. Right here. Has valid graph storage endpoint. So if pipe graph ID, and this is the only spot, actually, I thought I control clicked on it. Well, apparently not. This is the only spot that we have currently missing shutting down extractor. Okay. So if this returns false, pipe graph ID, try get snapshot storage item counts, which is here. Try get storage item counts. And then it returns the true or false. Yep. That makes sense to me. Yep. And then just going through all this, and we have all the logs, and all that stuff is fine. Yep. Okay, this should tell us exactly why it's not doing what it should be doing. Let's go ahead and shut down 70s to die and rebuild it. Build. Okay, let's go back in. Let's figure out why it's not doing it. Might need another cup of coffee. Yeah, the reason that this is such a big deal, guys, if you're wondering, like, why is he spending so much time on this? Well, to be fair, let's say you had a factory that is running with a lot of machines, right? Let's say 100 machines, right? It's feasible. Let's say it's running with 100 machines. And you come back in the game and you have to turn all those machines on individually. Do you know how much of a pain in the ass that would be? No, they should just click back on, right? Okay, so I believe oh, these are off, right? So they never would have made it to the HLR because they're off. Got to turn them back on. I have to leave the chunk. I have to reload the game. Yep, these are off. Good indication right here. The output container is not selected anymore. Okay. Let's do that. Let's go back out. And let's recreate this issue. All the way down here to like the wait station. I'm assuming the HLR's, yep, doing its thing. Let's go ahead and exit. We're going to need to fully quit so it doesn't retain cached values anymore. And then we'll come back in. Because only when the game shuts down does it clear its cache. Okay, I'm not going to do DM or CM for this because it is my test play world. Loading pipe graph not found, pipe graph ID. Loading pipe graph not found. Okay. So this tells us if graphs by ID. So here's my next thing I want to test out. Okay. Let's go back. Let's check out what the actual graph ID is. Let's copy that, reload the game, and check if possibly we've made a mistake. We might be resetting the pipe graph ID on every single exit. And if that's the case, then we need to do some additional stuff. So item pipe, debug. It should be actually, let's copy this. Oh wait, yeah, there's 3 different pipe graph. Yeah. No, these are the same. Why did it not give us that error for the third? Right, because there are 3 here. Are one of them on? No. Just didn't give us... They're not the same pipe graph. There are 3 separate ones here. Okay. Very interesting. Extractor, output target, pipe graph. Ah. Interesting. Extractor, block, load, try claim, TE machine. Well, here's the thing. Up here, yeah, I loaded in the game. And then it says, it checks all the pipe graphs, says they're not valid. We might be trying to load too early. It does say open machine, extractor on interaction, logs the pipe graph ID it's a part of. But this ID is 100% different from the ID it was trying to do before. Yeah. So, yeah, so it wouldn't be the same pipe graph. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm gonna this for you, and so you don't have to stare at fucking code and shit. I'll be right back. Ugh. Bathroom break. Okay. I'm back. Sorry. Give me 1 second. And we will continue with our diagnosis. So, let me try to remember where we were. All right, so the HLR loads up. Let's check this. Game start done. On game start done. Rebuild all graphs. So pipe graph manager. World is no return. Devlog enabled. Close the devlog. Rebuild all graphs begin. Let's track this in our player log. Okay. Oh, because the devlog wasn't enabled. Okay. That's fine. I can just enable them on the pipes and it would be fine. This. Game start done. Shutting down. Game start done. Okay. Trying to find the best way to fix this issue because, all right, as I get up and start pacing around, the issue is that the pipe graph manager, and the pipe graph specifically, that is the connection of pipes to different machines and storages. The connection is basically saying, okay, well, I'm going to, and I'll show you this in the code here as well, right here where my cursor is. Pipe transport manager clear all, pipe graph manager and pipe fluid manager rebuild all graphs. So this clear all, active jobs clear, graph dispatch states clear, all this stuff is cleared, right? And then rebuild all graphs. It takes devlog enabled, clear all, devlog enabled, clears all of them. All the graphs by ID, clears them all. And then it rebuilds them for each, and it rebuilds all of them. The problem is the HLRs, I believe the problem is the HLR's not updated yet on that change from the pipe graph manager, because if it was the same pipe graph, and actually Yeah, that's what I thought. We're not saving the pipe graph information like we are the HLR. How could we go about doing that without messing everything up? Or maybe more specifically, we don't need to. It might be better to just, because all of the pipe graphs and stuff are rebuilt. The issue is that the reference to that pipe graph ID is now out of date, right? Um, it's out of date. Okay, let's go specifically with this one here. Because I don't, wait a second. Hold on. I have a idea. Okay, all four of them are, but only the crafter is going, correct? Yep. Only the crafter's going. Exit. Now, if we log back in and the crafter's still going, we messed up with the extractor. Oh wait, yeah, we gotta fully quit out. Okay. Then we know something's not quite right about the extractor, and that'll help our diagnosis. This issue, like I said, it seems like a very small issue. Oh, why don't you just restart them? But at the same time, any inconvenience with a single machine compounds into issues with that same issue to multiple machines. Because now your extractors are your starting point, right? And and because they're your starting point, all your other machines are going to eventually shut down too. Total snapshots 4. Yep, there's that issue. Extractor, crafter. I think the crafter shut off too. Which, if that's the case, that's also a good sign. Because that means that it's somewhere in the reassignment process. So if it is in the reassignment process, that's actually probably better. Because now, if we fix it for one, we fix it for all. Nope. Still going. It is something to do with the extractors. Specifically. But what? But what? Alright, so I know it's because the storage is not selected. And maybe it's a smart feature we added. It could be. It could be a smart feature we added that's messing it all up to the extractor that we didn't add to the crafter or anything else. Our other machines like the melter are not going to be bothered because they don't have, well, they might be because they do have an output. The fluid mixer won't be bothered because it doesn't rely on input or output. That's still going just fine. I did start those. Let me, I don't know why I stopped here. I didn't mean to. Go out here. Okay. All right, so we have the graph IDs now, which actually let's go with the crafter. Okay. Extractor. Storage unloaded without graph endpoint. Yeah, that's fine. We have storage without graph endpoints. Is the crafter even being simulated right now? Should be. Yeah, it is. Okay. Find crafter. All right, crafter, simulate, begin, produce, crafter, simulate, produce, simulate. All right. Let's find where the crafter was actually added. So that's 4. I know that we have a snapshot for the crafter. Classes, crafter, not console commands, crafter, tile entity. Build HR snapshot, devlog. Oh, we don't have devlogs enabled, that's why. But also, yeah, output the graph IDs, which we're not devlogging. Selected input chest. Select input graph. So, I think it's easier than what I think it might be. Because we never get this issue, so has valid graph storage endpoint is universal. All those return false, but that single crafter returns true. after selected input pipe graph ID. Simulate extractor. Extractor begin. Shutting down extractor. Has valid endpoint. Selected output pipe graph ID for the extractor. Here. Try get snapshot item counts. So, okay, we need to still log this as well. Pipe graph ID, that's fine. And then we already have this. So we know it's passing. Sorry, where did that go? Yeah, we know it's passing this. And then it misses it. So it passes, it's not an empty GUID. All right, pipe graph. If pipe graph ID equals to your empty or storage position equals. I wonder if it is just as simple as, okay, so let's think about this for a second. Let's process this, because we've obviously set it up the wrong way, but the pipe graphs do rebuild on reload. Okay. And every time it tries to simulate, it tries to get the snapshot storage item counts before it shuts it off. What we should do instead is the pipe graph is rebuilt. The storage now has, actually, I don't think the storage has it just is position. So but storage position does equal vector 3.0. Well, no, because we're caching that position. Just a cast position. Even though I hate, voice said I hated using block in-world block positions, but this isn't using a reference to the position. It's using it, okay, let me back up. It is using a reference to the position, but it's not trying to find a tile entity at that position. It just wants to ensure that the storage position was saved successfully, and it wasn't like, it's not just a default null value. So we cannot actually try get storage item counts, pipe graph ID, storage position out. Okay. And if not, it's missed. This is the biggest point right here. This right here is what turns off the machine. This right here is what we need to adjust in order to try get, okay. Pipe graph manager, fine, try get, graphs by ID, pipe graph data. And then, oh, sorry. And then pipe graph data, pipe graph ID, GUID, pipe graph ID. get storage item counts. You fail getting the storage item counts. Obviously, return true or false. Try deposit. Skipped invalid target. But we don't get that issue. We get this miss issue. Because try get. Actually, we do get that. This is the higher issue. Let's see. Make sure that this is not something that we get. It's not. So then it comes down here. Try deposit storage items. And then this says try get mutable storage slots. Null or empty. Skipping invalid target. Okay, so it's not that it's an invalid target. But also blocked graph. It hasn't gotten this far. It has not gotten this far. Loading pipe graph. Graph not found for pipe graph ID. The crafter. That's the only... Wait, for the crafter? No. Yeah. Not here. Oops. Idiot. For pipe graph ID. Yeah, try to get store time counts. Okay. Loading pipe graph not found. Try pipe graph or grasp by ID. Try get value from the pipe graph ID. This is an issue for sure. What about player log previous? Yeah, that's what we're getting for the extractors too. So if yeah, this seems counterproductive. I do not know what I was thinking. Because as I look at it now, it makes sense. Graph try get storage snapshot from storage position. If out pipe graph data graph. So pipe graph ID out pipe graph data graph or graph equals null. But the graph is not null. Pipe graph ID does exist. But it's just not the one that we're referencing. So the one that we're referencing is being called from a different area, right? Because we're trying to pass in the wrong pipe graph ID. Okay. Try get snapshot storage item counts. Try get storage item counts. Pipe graph manager. Try get storage item counts from the pipe graph ID. Pipe graph ID is called from somewhere else. Simulate crafter. Fluid infuser. Decanter. But here's the weird thing. Oh yeah, obviously it wouldn't do that for the extractor. For the extractor, there's no input. There's only output. There's no input. There's only output. That's the key. It's probably not Where's we gotta find simulate extractor. Because simulating crafter, we do selected input, selected output. Has valid graph storage endpoint. Crafter dot selected output. Pipe ref ID. Crafter dot selected output. Chest ID. Wait. Maybe I'm on the wrong track. No. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Extractor simulating. Okay. Let's go back here. I really do feel like I should be testing this in a test world, not in this world. They're all on. Okay. They're all going. Take it over here. Actually, let me put some gas in there. Take it over here. Okay. Extractor should be unloaded now. Make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Extractor is simulating. Simulate begin, counts, all that stuff. Great. It's found it just fine. The issue is exit. We need to find this one log specifically, or even see. Oh my god, nope. I wanted to actually completely log out. Muscle memory told it, nope, you're gonna log back in now. All right. The log I'm looking for is this, because this tells me that it didn't have a valid output end pipe or endpoint, so it shut down the extractor. If I don't see this log, then I'm on the wrong track. Basically. Okay. Now, error loading. Yep, I did see it. I saw it. Yep, there it was. Why? Oh, it's player log previous. I need player log. Yep, there it is. Missing output graph storage endpoint. Shutting down extractor. That means this failed. And when this failed, because it's calling it through simulate extractor, Okay. I might be on this. Hold on. I wonder why it's not doing it to. Let me search more specific or more broadly. Okay, there are four. Crafter does it too. Input, graph, storage, endpoint unavailable. Crafter does do it. They all do it. Is crafting false, disabled by player true. But here's the wacky thing, right? As soon as I load back in, the crafter. Well, this needs to be fixed regardless. We can't rely. It does the same issue, right? It commits the same crime as things I wanted to avoid by not building the HLR. The crime it commits is it forces the player to have to go back to the factory and refresh it, loading all the tile entities again, just to get them going. That's not good. And you shouldn't have to do that if the HLR behaves the way it's supposed to. Now, question is, how do we get the HLR to refresh the extractor's updated pipe graph? Because that pipe graph attached to the extractor has now changed. Well, attached to every machine has changed, and it shuts it down. But we can't. I wonder if, well, it wipes it. It clears all that cache. On game reload is the only time it does it. So, and I can't just remove it because it all is just cached values. Which is fine. If it makes a new pipe graph ID, it's fine. The biggest thing we have to figure out is how do we tell it to refresh the new pipe graph ID to the HLR for simulation? Because that's the biggest thing. And we can't use the storage because, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. So it finds the world. The world's not null. The pipe graph ID is not empty. The storage position is not 0. That is not the issue. Graph by ID, trying to get the graph by ID. So if we're not able to get the graph by ID, how do we tell it pipe graph manager get pipe out pipe graph data, pipe graph data, pipe graph data, new pipe graph ID equals GUID dot new GUID. The problem we're having is that all of the linking information is through this pipe graph ID. And if it changes, if it changes. Can't look up my pipegraph ID that way because it's going to return null. Unless there's some way to update, but you can't update that because the snapshot's only passed when the entity unloads and it gives the pipegraph ID. Now, we don't have to do a for each to loop through and update them all because there could be tons of them and then we're just creating latency. So the best course of action is not to reset pipegraph IDs on world reload and instead save them to a file like we do the HLR. I think that's the best way to do it. What the fuck? I don't know why it just disconnected or reconnected. What? What has my girlfriend gotten herself into? Oh no. She let a T-Rex grow up inside of the house and now can't get it out. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to go for a few minutes. I'll be back though.